4, 3, 2, 1.
Bust it.
Y'all already know who it is, what it is, and where it is.
And what it do?
Black Men and Cigars here. You got your co-host here, Demecos Chambers, Fear Coach. Then you got your boy.
Career coach, if you will. Career coach in his thing. Your fellow local HR professional, Mark Anthony, here as always.
Mister, don't tell me that.
You talking about? I roasted somebody online today. Like
What?
I roasted. I was in a group, and it's a group where it's a sports page group, and somebody posted a picture to introduce themselves, and it's like men
Like an
dominated.
intro? What's wrong with that?
Nobody gives a fuck.
Oh, hold on. He in the all males group, and then said that.
Yeah, it's like it's about 2K, like basketball and stuff.
Oh, he's stupid.
So he just sent the people. We killed him.
Saying what
We
on the
killed.
post?
He just said hello and posted a picture of himself.
Oh, okay.
Killed him.
He must have been a white dude.
Nope, African guy. You know he got all the smoke.
Nah, he was trying to get his citizenship.
All
bro.
the smoke, bro. We killed him.
He should at least say hello with a gamer tag.
You gonna do this right? You gonna do this right when Coming to America came out? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do that.
Prince Hakeem. All right, first off, since we even started there, what you thought about the movie?
Oh, we
watched it
going there
together.
already?
Yeah.
We going there.
Oh,
Okay.
did you have it as one of your subjects?
No. We
Oh,
good.
do
Let's
it.
go.
I
All right. So, wait, did we finish our intro?
The intro is done.
Hey,
it's gonna be done as
we in
much
there.
done it is.
All right. So, since we starting there, highlights of the past since the last episode. First highlight is the movie Coming to America 2. I told people before, so my prediction was wrong. My prediction was that Simi was gonna be the dad. Since Simi was out, I thought he was gonna be the dad because he was the one. Simi, Arsenio Hall.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was gonna be the dad because he was the one out there in them streets like that.
Right.
So I thought, and he was telling people he was the prince.
He had the 2 girls in the tub, bro.
Bro, he had the 2 girls in the tub. He used to tell people he was the prince. So I was like, damn, it must be his kid, and they thinking that it's Prince Hakim's son.
Okay, that's a good suggestion. I didn't think about that.
It damn sure didn't happen. And y'all know Miko loves spoiler alert, so he don't give a damn anyway.
Oh, we definitely listen, if you ain't seen Coming to America 2 by now, then it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? You've been too focused on Prince Harry and
Meghan
and Meg that Britain Stallion to be worried about focus on Black American culture here because that movie is everything.
Wait. So it's everything. How many times you watch it?
I watched it 12 times in a row.
What the hell? We was on vacation, and you watched a movie in 4 days. How many days did you watch? How many times did you watch it in 4 days?
I probably watched it 6 times a day.
And you don't what?
Probably 6 times a day.
A day?
Well, you got to think about it. We were in a different country where they speak a different language, so it's hard to read the different titles of the different things to watch on the TV. So I just kept it on something I know. I couldn't even read the words on Coming.
You can't look at the pictures.
Yeah, but bro, there's too much hassle, bro. You don't understand when it's in the whole Netflix account is set to a different culture, and everything is Spanish first and Spanish movies. I was like, man, but this.
Why you out here with Google Translate?
I'm going straight to Amazon Prime, and I'm gonna find Coming to America 2, which I did, and voila. I enjoyed myself. It was damn good, man. I don't see why people was trying to like.
I'm gonna tell you what the problem is.
You said you enjoyed it too.
No. Yeah. I'm not the problem with the movie. The problem is people's expectations about the movie. You don't keep up. Like I keep up with comedy in general, and people been calling for Eddie to come back just out of desire.
Right.
But Eddie don't want to come back because he know that the PC culture we in won't allow him to
eliminate him.
Right. Hell, the only person that really survived a comeback like that was Dave Chappelle.
And he had to re-engineer the fucking system.
But he still
had to make fun of how
he
PC
still made all of the jokes that he would have normally made.
That LGBT bus joke he made was hilarious.
Right.
I was fucking weak.
But overall, the movie was good. I thought it was really good. I thought that I missed, like I told you, I missed the hell out of Wesley Snipes. I think that the way they did Wesley.
We are ready for Wesley to get a goddamn movie.
Yeah, get his own movie again.
Like his own. He needs to be a star in the film. We are ready. You know what I'm saying? We tired of seeing him do these pop-up co-star. Even though he's doing a great job.
These BET movies.
Yeah. Well,
and we
because Dynamite wasn't no BET movie.
Dolomite.
Yeah, that wasn't no BET movie.
Yeah, but that was also an Eddie Murphy movie.
It was great. Now,
but it wasn't his movie. I want to see.
now can we say how
And he was in that other movie with he was in the.
Chirac? That's when he first came back.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he was in
I
Chirac.
wasn't even going back that far. He was in the not the photograph. He was in what's that movie based in New Orleans?
Yeah, he was.
He was in that movie.
The one I forgot with T.I. in it. With
he was the best actor in there.
Yeah,
but
that was a terrible movie.
Just staying on this movie, so I think that the acting was good.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Tiana Taylor.
I was just about to say, you
bro.
beat me to it.
Shout out to Tiana Taylor.
Tiana, if you got any sisters, any cousins, female cousins, hell, any friends that are available, and
let's be honest, Miko will take whoever Iman Shumpert didn't take. Like whoever was number 2.
No, I'm gonna take whoever Iman Shumpert hasn't seen. Okay.
Nah, fam.
He didn't see him, so that's why it ain't because he saw him. Was like, nah, son, I ain't feeling it, son. Nah, it's he didn't get a chance to see these gems and jewels of women. So, Tiana, if you got some friends out there that's not that have been sticking close by your side and learning from your marriage, your tutelage under your marriage, and are definitely a replica of what you displayed in Coming to America 2.
Oh,
holla at you, boy.
Shout out to and I don't know her name, so y'all gotta forgive me.
Oh yeah, she
the daughter, the oldest daughter.
Her? Oh, okay, she was dope too.
Oh yeah, and
I loved his
the barber,
love interest.
the barber.
Yeah,
the one that is.
Bro, she came in. You know who she reminded me of?
Who?
The woman that used to be on who played on Steve Harvey. Think Like a Man. She was Kevin Hart wife.
That was Wendy Williams.
Kevin Hart wife.
Wendy Williams.
That was That was Wendy Williams.
What is wrong with you?
It was not Wendy Williams.
It was Wendy Williams. They didn't show her until like the end of the first one.
But you know I'm talking about the actress.
You talking about his love interest, not necessarily his wife.
Bro, you tripping.
Bro, it was Wendy Williams. While you look that up, I'm about to go back into Coming to America.
Okay.
Because you said she looked like Wendy Williams.
No, she don't like no Wendy Williams.
But.
And hell no.
But I thought the movie.
Regina Hall.
Okay, you talking about the love interest.
Yeah, she had that glow. And I don't want to compare.
That was
Regina
Michael
Hall.
Ealy's, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But I want to say this. The thing about her that stood out was she was, you know what? She wasn't even the baddest chick in the film, but she had the baddest presence and everything about her. She just took my attention every time she was on screen. It was
5 women that did their damn thing.
Oh yeah.
It was Leslie.
Leslie stole the film.
The whole damn film.
Leslie stole.
It was his wife, and I like how
his wife was good. She's always good.
Yeah, but I like how she kind of
toned back.
I like how she came outside of the person you thought she was when she got cool with Leslie.
Yeah.
It was the eldest daughter.
Well, she said, "That's my friend."
The eldest daughter.
The eldest daughter was cool. She played a great role. I wish they would have highlighted her more. I wish they would have gave her own little storyline.
Well, I think it leaves room, but
that's true.
But
she definitely
not 20 years from now, 30 years from now.
She caught my interest as an actress. I was like, one, she's super beautiful, but two, she can carry a scene. Like I was like, damn, okay, I like her.
Overall, like I said,
I thought she was gonna end up becoming king, and the whole story was gonna be around her finding a suitable husband.
Right. I thought. Yeah. So my quick critique. I don't like how rushed it felt. I think forgiveness happened in the movie very quickly.
Yeah, I feel.
In a way that.
Well, hold on. Forgiveness and with Eddie.
Huh? Everybody forgave the situation. The way that the sister got cool with the brother. The way that the wife forgave Eddie and all of his transgressions. Like all of these things happen in less than like a month.
That's a good point. Yeah, her brother, her bastard brother.
Right. Hey, and shout out to that guy, his son, the guy that played his son. Shout out to him that played Eddie's son.
Mm-hmm. He was a good actor.
In the way that he moved from the American garments to the African garments looked suave, bro.
Stellar job. They deserve a Grammy.
It looked like Tracy Morgan did his American clothes, and then somebody with.
He's like, no, you should dress like me. Come on, son. No, son, dang, honey, just back on, son. Nah, that dude was fly as hell in his African garments, bro. I was like, that shit was jazzy, bro. Especially when they said, you should put your own pizzazz on your African outfits. He came, man. That shit was killer, bro. Whoever styled most of the cast did a hell of a job because a lot of them were fly. Even Tiana Taylor outfit was
Oh,
fly.
she was dope.
Even Wesley Snipes, his attire was cool as hell for
It was cool and it showed a different part of Africa. It wasn't the princely, kingly
it wasn't
garments.
that dashiki
It was
shit.
the militant type.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That shit was fly, bro. I think too. I want to say that the film. I'm glad they didn't. I thought it was going in the route like I told you when we was watching. I thought it was going towards a route of a parody, but I'm glad they dialed back on make the film making a joke of itself because I thought they were going in parody form for when the king was dying and they brought all the stars out and brought out Salt and Pepper and they brought out the.
You don't like musicals anyway.
Yeah, that's first off. That's a fact. Unless it's Sweeney Todd, that's the only musical I fuck with. But yeah, I was like, all right, they're gonna make this a parody. This is gonna be all black studded and just gonna be nonsense everywhere. But they dialed back on it and they relied on the characters. And that young boy, I thought he was gonna struggle, but he carried the shit out of his role. I like learn to appreciate his role and appreciate his character.
Because starting off, I was like, oh man, I was hoping.
Look like Eddie, he ain't funny.
I was hoping he was.
Sharp, handsome,
I was hoping that it was a star already.
He really looked like a B-side Kendrick Lamar.
I was hoping he was a star already, and it didn't. It wasn't that, and I'm actually glad it wasn't. I'm glad the stars were around.
I agree.
Right.
It gives the new generation a chance to develop our new next icons, in the entertainment, in the Actors Guild. So I agree with you on that because I think that girl is going to go on and do some great films.
I could see her in.
I can see her in action films.
I could see her in a Black Panther.
I will watch her in an action film.
I would too.
I don't care if it's Black Panther or whatever. But whatever film I will watch her in the next film. Who else was dope in that? I would love to see Leslie Jones in the movie now, which is crazy because I don't like her stand up.
Right, I want to see her in what was that? Something like Girls Trip. I want to see her, and I think she can do what Tiffany Haddish did. Yeah, like how they say Tiffany Haddish stole that. Yeah, I want to see Leslie. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I want to see her in some comedies, but I don't want to see
her inside Tiffany Haddish.
No. I don't want to see her as the leading love interest.
What?
I want to. Who I want to see with her?
I don't know, bro.
I want to see if she got range.
You want me to tell you why she should be a love interest? Because she's a black woman, and it'd be horrible to put her in a stereotype in a film as a single black woman that's not a love interest.
No, I ain't saying that. I ain't saying she. But I love Queen Latifah, but I didn't like her when she
just right. What Common?
Yeah, that was awkward to me. I like both of them as individuals.
Yeah, but so you want to see a black movie? You want to see a movie where the black actor has no love interest? She's a single black woman.
No. See, why'd you do that?
What you saying?
I loved Baby Boy.
What you talking about?
Taraji P. Henson.
She had a boyfriend. Tyrese was her boyfriend, her love interest throughout the whole film.
Right, I loved it. That's what I'm saying. You saying I don't want to see it. I didn't want to see Leslie Jones.
That's what I'm saying. Why not?
Who with who?
It don't matter,
you
bro.
know what I'll take? I'll take Leslie Jones in a authentic Leslie Jones fashion with like dating a white boy or like really.
No, see that's why I don't.
I do that. Especially if it's a comedy.
No, bro. It sends the wrong message, bro. No, I don't know.
To who?
To the whole community, bro.
They say what?
That Tom is better than Mark.
No, not even white. Who was that? You know my girl, Issa Rae. She did a movie, and you know she real awkward.
With a black dude. What you talking about? The Photograph?
I love that movie. I saw it on the way to Columbia. She did a movie with an Indian guy, and I was like, nah, I don't want to. Like this gonna be awkward.
I saw that movie. First off, it wasn't that good.
I like that movie. I like that movie.
I stopped. That's the one, and I don't watch.
Don't terrible me.
I don't stop watching movies. I watch a lot of seaside movies like Detroit Love, Detroit Plug.
You just want to see black women and white men. Black men and white women. That's it. There's only interracial.
See black women win. I want to see them I want to see them not fulfill stereotypes through movies. That's what I want to see. I want to see them educated. That's why I love the movie about the NASA girls. I want to see them as heroes. I want to see them as loving parents and heroes at the same time.
I love that too. Okay. But who you gonna pair with Leslie Jones?
Bro, I would pair her with
Kevin Hart. That's it.
No, you gotta pair her with a tall ass model nigga that she can't never get.
See, you just Adam Sandler the shit out of her.
That's what I want to see her.
You just Adam.
And she ended up falling for the average guy. The bald head dude, Malcolm Garrow.
Oh, she fell for what she had as an
Yeah,
option.
I want him. That's what I'm saying. I want to see her in some
You,
shit like that.
all right, I'm gonna pivot a little bit. It's to another movie. I don't think you saw it. Malcolm and Marie. Lil Zell.
I know Lil Zane. Nigga.
Lil Zell, Denzel's son.
Nothing to see me.
See, oh,
My best celebrity.
we gonna get him on too. He don't know it yet.
Hardball. Strike you when I'm out.
Hey, the best thing that came out of that was Keanu Reeves did The Matrix next, and Michael B. Jordan was in that.
He was in Hardball.
Michael B. Jordan was in Hardball. Young Michael B. You gotta go back and look at it.
That's crazy.
He wasn't He was on the team, but Malcolm and Marie, and it's gonna be short. Malcolm and Marie, and then I saw Tenet first, and then I saw Malcolm and Marie.
That Nights in Miami movie was a good movie, bro. You tripping?
Nights in Miami.
Yeah, with Malcolm X and.
No, fool.
I know what you.
I'm just talking about. Hold on, cause we talked about the next.
You would see Love Leslie Jones in that movie?
No, fool. I said I'm gonna pivot a little bit.
All right.
And since we pivoting, and we talked about the young people coming up, the young black actors.
Yeah.
Young Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Who did Tenet, and then he did Malcolm and Marie.
Oh, okay, cool.
Malcolm and Marie is emotionally draining. It is a 2-hour movie about toxic relationships.
Oh, hell.
It's him and Zendaya.
Zendaya, the model chick. Right?
Yeah, they both were just, it was a lot. It was intense. You can break that down in 3 different watches.
Should I watch it with a woman or by myself?
If you watch it with a woman, you got to watch it with one that's secure enough in herself.
Oh, hell
to,
no.
Don't watch it. But overall, it was a good movie. It was good acting. It was stuff that you'd be like, okay, I can see his side, I can see her side. But overall, the overarching theme is, I'm glad about the next generation of Washingtons. As we see Denzel carried
really
it for so long.
Over this nigga,
I'm not. I'm saying I'm showing an appreciation.
This is about your 8th time bringing up his son.
No, Lil Zell, I like him. I just watched.
You were amazed by
2 or 3. I think 2 or 3 movies he was in.
Mesmerized by.
Hey, call it what you want. He the new Zell. He the new wave of Zells. I'm okay with it.
He's a really good actor. I liked him in Ballers actually. Before he even got in on Issa show. Yeah, Ballers
was Ballers with The Rock?
Hell yeah. I hate they stopped. I mean, if I'm gonna go home tonight and watch this shit on the TV that I set up. You saw it?
No, I saw the TV. I ain't see the stand.
That's what I'm saying.
It said, I thought you said you had to take it down because you suck it.
All right, so first off, don't say I suck because it's a trigger. I tried to do it the easy way, and it didn't work. And it's stupid. The easy way is try to do it with a drill, and that's why it caused it to fuck up in the first place.
Did you use that orange piece I gave you?
Bro, that orange piece did not fucking work.
It gets in the tight spots.
No.
Huh?
Trust me. I should have just used the old school screwdriver. Took my black ass to the store, and just got me a screwdriver.
Because you don't own tools.
You're right. Because I lost all my tools. Not that I own them. I lost them all.
In an eviction, or what happened? They threw that shit on the side of the road.
Throughout the years,
Niggas took your shit off the curb.
I think definitely left something at my ex house. I think.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? But
I'll look for them.
I think. But I had some. I had the screwdriver. First I was gonna say fuck it, and I was gonna go to the store and just buy a whole made one already from the display and take it up there. But I was like, man, let me get this shit one more crack, bro, because I don't feel like breaking this shit back down and take it back to the store. So I got that screwdriver. It was only cost me like less than $2, bro. And I went to this little Hobby Lobby makeshift Mexican store, Amino's or some shit like that over there in Bruford. And I went home, got down on it. It's just amazing what things you can pull off when the sun is up and it's light in the room versus 4 o'clock in the morning and you halfway tired anyway.
Oh hell yeah, you be giving up and shit.
Yeah, bro. So it literally took me less than 20 minutes to put that shit together, bro.
Fellas, get y'all a tool set, bro.
Yeah, bro. Get your tool set, and I did it. You know what I'm saying? It's a little makeshift now. I didn't put the shells on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, it's all good, but it's stable.
It's a wobbly box.
It's
a wobbly box.
I was like, who gonna really move this, bro? I was like, that we get earthquakes that often.
He gonna keep it wobbly. That way it's easier to take down when he leave.
Facts, bro.
Right.
Bow. Carry it out.
All right, so let's go. We about to get into the next segment.
Yeah, let's get into these highlights, black men highlights of the week.
Shout out.
This is a segment that we do to highlight black men and the things that we've done in a week that's worth noting and worth talking about, and we want to share because black men get stigmatized in the media so often. We want to share the reality of what's happening with most blacks in our
Our
society.
successes, bro, because we don't get
Yeah, bro.
highlighted enough for this
Yeah,
shit.
and we ain't just not even on no famous shit. Like just there's regular,
Oh, this a fame. I got a
non-known
famous
black.
one.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes we keep it for entertainment purposes, but we do non-famous shit too. But go ahead, go start with yours.
Oh, we gonna start with mine. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of y'all done heard about it. LeBron James and Maverick Carter
Mm,
are now part owners of the Boston Red Sox.
mm,
They invested in a group that has a machine behind it,
mm.
and you got co-investors, and they have invested in a group that is now part owners of the Red Sox. They also are part owners of a soccer team,
Yeah, he
and
owned like
LeBron already owned 2%,
yeah, the
and
soccer
now
team.
this gives him an increased investment
But
through.
LeBron on a few teams though, right?
Yeah, he just can't own the basketball team while
Right.
and he ain't in the football game yet.
Mm.
So that's it for me, man. LeBron James. It's called Fenway Sports Group. So of course that's in Boston. Shout out to Boston. My dad lived there for over 20 years. But yeah,
And I want to say a piece of that,
Liverpool is the soccer team.
right? So a piece. I also want to say a piece of that. Because sometimes blacks can be hypercritical. Blacks be like, "Why you don't own the whole thing? You ain't a boss if you don't own the whole thing." Listen, man. Partnerships are often the route to increasing your capital that allows you to get to places where you can own the whole thing. And on top of that, you be highly. Walmart isn't even 100% owned by anybody.
Yeah.
In fact, you can't find any of the major big companies in America that are 100% owned by. Not even Amazon is 100% owned by Jeff Bezos. I think Jeff Bezos owns like 25%.
Yeah.
So Facebook, same thing. So you have to partnershiping your way to the top is collect a little bit here, collect a little bit there. It's just investing on a larger scale. That's all it is. And it helps you scale up even a lot more quicker because your money is going to so many different avenues that are performing some better than the others. Instead of focusing all your ducks in just one pond and hoping that pond eventually becomes popular enough to attract a city to move nearby, where you could just move to lakes and nearby states. So, yeah, I thought that was a great look. You
And
know what I'm saying?
it's a
Good shit.
little piece of black history for you.
What's that?
LeBron and Maverick Carter, and I guess whoever is a part of this Fenway Sports Group are the first black owners of the Boston Red Sox.
Man, shout out to them. And on top of that, motherfucker be sleeping on Maverick Carter, bro. He's kind of
He,
showing
he
you,
he be in the back. We see LeBron because he in the front,
right,
but when you got a partner like that
bro.
and that man riding with you and he know
And,
the business
and they
aspect.
never shot a jumper in his life, bro.
Oh, he used to ball with Bron, but just
I
not
know,
in the NBA.
I'm saying at a pro level, he's never
Yeah,
shot
yeah,
a
yeah.
ball in his life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's and the Bron is showing you that's how you hold your bros down who also do the work. Cause it's not like Maverick Carter was saying, Bron, give me an opportunity to do something. You supposed to be my mans. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be my mans to help me. He's like, nah, here's some skills I got. Let me help you out. Well, I said, all right, I'm gonna give you a shot versus these other agents I don't trust anyway. And boom, multi-billionaire businessman.
Now look at him. Got all these other black millionaires signed to their group. Shout out to them.
And here's another thing that's beautiful about being a black business owner, and what's so lucrative and why it's so needed in our community. Because black men, first off, spend most of our money. We're more likely to spend our money in the black community versus other groups will spend with us. So when you're a black man in business, you're likely gonna know somebody that can do accounting or know someone that can do other parts of management. You're gonna buy clothes, etc., etc. A lot of those are gonna come from black persons who are experts in that field, or black people who work at stores. Like you're empowering that's how those dollars flip inside the community. So this is why it's prominent and important that we continue to have black men thrive in business, not just in the sports category,
Mm-hmm.
and not just on the rap charts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So let me get into mine. Mine is so I thought this was pretty cool. This is a black dude. His name is Ray Mills. 35 years old.
Shout out Ray.
Yep, millionaire business owner, real estate investor, etc. There was have you ever heard of Love Nolan Elementary?
No, I haven't.
All right, that's because I know you're from the South Side. All right, so Love Nolan Elementary is in College Park.
I used to live out there.
I used to live out there. What school you went to, real quick?
I went to a lot of schools.
You
No,
know,
my bad. I lived in Clayton County. What was that? No, Clayton County. My bad.
Clayton County was not College Park.
My
Yeah, I
bad.
lived in College Park. I went to Harriet
I went to
Elementary.
Bethune Elementary, Merriman Clyde.
Oh, you
Bethune.
did? Okay.
Yeah,
That's in Clayton.
not the middle school.
I know that's it. All right. So anyway, he went to Love Nolan Elementary. Anyway, there was a sign that was broken down, prominent sign that was broken down on the school that had been broken down for a while now, a couple years, and his grandma lives in the area. So long story short, the councilman reached out to a lot of the alumni who were graduates of that school, and they were asking for donations to help raise money to replace the sign. So the sign was gonna cost $35,000.
Mhm.
And what Ray did, he said, you know what, this school helped me, was like a safety net for me, in the midst of the whole hood. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It was dangerous and shit outside, and there was a sanctuary for him. So he decided to write an $8,000 check, which was all the money that they needed left to rebuild the sign.
Okay.
And so he did a interview. He just talked about how, in his early 20s, he was actually in prison for selling drugs, and he changed his life around when he had his daughter. Like a lot of men, get that wake up call. And he said, I tell people all the time, the streets are undefeated. There's two ways, death or jail. And he said they're undefeated. You won't win. You know what I'm saying? So that's when he talked to his daughter on the phone when he was in prison. He's like, that's that day. That was his wake up call when he said, all right, he gotta when he get out of here and get another chance, he gotta do shit the right way this time, because it's not for play. And so, what you think about that? Is that you?
Oh yeah, that's dope.
All right, good shit.
That's dope. That's dope. Hold on, let me jump in with one.
Oh, go ahead.
Which is it's one of another entertainment piece that we already know.
Let go.
This is really a black man stepping in on a royal level. And I know
you about not call fucking Harry no fucking black man just because he's
Tyler Perry, who always Tyler Perry get both ends of it, right? No matter how you feel about Tyler Perry, you can feel how you want about Madea. You can feel how you want about the dresses. You can, but when you talk about a man that has continuously put people, he put people in positions to succeed.
Facts, bro.
When old boy from the Cosby Show, the boyfriend was working in the grocery store.
Yep, in his 50s.
Right. They and between gigs while people was dragging him, Tyler Perry said, "Hit me up." I ain't seen him in the movie yet, but he said, "Hit me up, and I'm gonna try to do what I can for you."
But he put him on an episode though.
Did
like
he?
One of his
I didn't watch it. That's what I'm saying. I didn't
put
see
him
him.
on one of his shows.
So he does things, and he didn't ask for no credit for it.
People like he put him on just one show, bro. That's exposure, bro. That
Right,
shows
and
people
then
he's still
every
working.
time that show play, now that man get at least some portion of a check. But he also, when royalty was ostracized and forced out of a royal position
by their own family,
right?
Who's had a known. That's my thing. They've had a known racist ass family. You're talking about a family who intently kept the bloodline as white as they possibly could. Not only just white, but upper class echelon 1%er white as they possibly could for generations. So the fuck with the royal family, man. Them
Man,
don't fuck
and
with us, bro.
and shout out to him
They ain't did shit for the
when
black community.
they had to give up their titles, they had to give up assets, and Tyler Perry said, "Look, man, come out here, duck off for a little bit.
Right.
I'm gonna keep you safe. You gonna
What
be
they,
straight."
What they do?
And they were probably where they was at in L.A. They should have
Yeah.
came to Atlanta.
They was in L.A.
I'd have helped them out. I'd have fucked with them.
I wouldn't have fucked with them.
I would have fucked with them. Because I liked her show. I liked the show she was on called Suits.
First off, what the fuck is the show about?
It's a lawyer show. It's a show
Is
about
it
lawyers.
about a black woman that's a lawyer?
Guess what? Got your ass. The head motherfucker in charge of one firm was a black man, and then the other firm was a black woman, Jessica Pearson.
Was it about the show about a black woman being in charge? Yes or no?
The show was about two people under her, but she was such a prominent figure in it.
You're capping, bro. You're capping and you're saving for these hoes.
First of all,
First
what you're
off,
not gonna do?
just
You've never
'cause
seen the show.
You've
never seen the
I
show.
asked you a question.
And
You
I promise
spoke
you-
around the answer.
No, listen.
It's a simple yes or no.
If
It's a simple yes or no. Was it a black show about a Meghan?
was it a black show? No.
Is it a show about Meghan being a boss of a black lawyer in it.
No,
Is
it's
that
about how Meg.
okay,
Hold
then
on,
what
time
the fuck
out.
we give him the shout out
So
for?
you like to cut it short.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you like to cut it short.
Cause you
And
trying to fucking
no,
put
no,
some
no.
milk and honey on
No,
this bullshit, bro.
I promise you, if you watch the show,
Go ahead.
you gonna say one, they portrayed black women and black men in a strong.
Is this a British show?
No, it's a American show. It was on ABC.
All right, go ahead. ABC.
Was it ABC? Whichever one they brought back.
I don't even know.
What's
last
that
time
Danny
they did
Glover?
a black show.
What's that Danny Glover?
Last time
What's
ABC
that Danny
did
Glover
a black
movie?
show was Living Color.
What's
That was the last time they did.
What's
a black
that? What's
show.
that? Lethal Weapon. That same is. It might have been TNT. One of them. It was TNT. They had a black man over a law firm, which was Meghan Markle's
God,
dad.
You giving these motherfuckers brownie points for participation trophies.
No, hell
That's
no.
what you doing.
I'm talking
giving
about.
out
I'm talking
participation
about.
trophies.
If it's 15 episodes.
Is it a black show?
No.
Is it pro-black?
Yes.
How?
Because in most of the episodes, an absorbent majority, the black woman was portrayed in a light where she was the dominant person, and every white person had to look up to her.
And who was that black woman?
In the show, it was Jessica Pearson, and her name was the law firm.
And Jessica Pearson is black.
Yeah.
So this was like, was this like
It's a law show.
I know. I'm saying, was it like what's her face when she Scandal?
She was bigger than Scandal because it was a New York law firm, and so
Scandal dealt with the president. What the fuck is you talking about? Bigger
no,
than
but
Scandal?
she was like
DC.
she was off the Richters, right? She was the person you go to kind of get stuff done on Scandal.
And so how the fuck did Meghan Markle contribute to the black community again? I'm listening.
She's black, and they kept putting her in a progressive role where she had eventually become a lawyer herself.
Again, what has Meghan Markle did for the black community again?
She acted and she showed herself in a positive light where the like you sometimes listen.
She ain't never spoke up and said, "Tell us some here." You know, I'm speaking up for all the black girls out there, especially when they was
Listen,
doing
I'm
the
not
whole
gonna-
ceremony for when she was getting
I'm
married
not going.
to him.
I'm
I
not
ain't
going.
hear none of
Listen,
that. Oh,
I'm
mother,
not
so I
going to
got
act
black
like Meghan
interests,
Markle
black
is.
seamstress, a black this, a black that.
Listen, man, I'm not going to act like Meghan Markle
You
is
sure is
Serena
acting
Williams.
Like it. Yeah,
I'm not.
You're
I'm
damn
not.
sure doing a hell of a job.
This wasn't
acting
even
like
about her. This was about Tyler Perry.
it. All right, but go ahead.
Right. I said Tyler Perry swooped in like a real
He
one
did.
under the
did.
radar.
He did.
The black man
Exactly.
came in and said, "Yo, I got
And
you."
that's the part I don't like that didn't get a lot of play.
Well,
Cause he don't never do help. He don't never do deeds for fame for clout. You know what I'm saying? It's always
but when he make the moves be big.
yeah, but I get it. But it's a
Shout out.
those are all people, different sources putting out this information. And
No.
his
I'm
moves-
talking about when he did something, he was able to beat his chest about it.
Nah, but I'm saying when it comes to this philanthropic stuff or the stuff that he does to help our people out, like he did that, man. And Meghan Markle and Harry, they didn't say shit about it. That's the thing that was kind of.
But
It's like
no,
fucked up.
because if you say something about it, you a person that like everything to be displayed.
I don't.
I'm
Why
a
you
person.
gotta sound like
No, because you talk about it. You talk about it when you talk about relationships, and you want people
Nobody
to.
even know what you talking about. The display.
You know, you said it went under the radar, right?
It went under the radar. I'm saying when Meghan and Markle had this TV show, what they talk about? Did you watch it?
The show?
The interview with Oprah. Did you watch it?
No, I ain't watched that.
Okay,
shit.
well during the interview they didn't say shit about how Tyler Perry was helping them. They didn't say shit about helping the black community or how they've been contributing to the black community since being here. But you know
Nah,
where
they talked
hold
about
on.
being
But
ostracized
you know
because
where they've been a safe haven at in America? By the fucking black community. The black community has been doing shit but protecting them, protecting their name, especially black women been looking out for Meghan Markle, light-skinned ass, who ain't said shit to speak up for. Let me say this, that I haven't heard.
Right.
Said things to speak up for black women and black women making prominent gains, especially in London. She's from a country where they have just systematic racism as well. I ain't never heard.
Listen, man. Sometimes you want people to be as boisterous as they want to be. I say this about it.
Don't hide.
Even
under
if
the black
she
hurt.
had,
Don't
listen.
be
Even
a
if
hurt
she,
black lamb. Don't be a black person when it hurts.
brother,
And sit here and me. It's because I'm black.
I'll make a
And
parallel,
and
right?
when you on your feet, you don't.
Let
fuck
me
with
make
us
this
like
parallel. Nelly said years ago that his idea for the Saint
that.
Lunatics.
Biased because you're from St. Louis.
I am. He said that his idea was to get in and then kick the door open.
Mm-hmm.
Meghan Markle, if she ever
What?
had intentions,
Who the fuck want to go to the goddamn castle in London?
if she
Go ahead.
ever had the intentions, was not able to do
Exactly.
that.
Exactly. And you not
No,
understanding
you
my
can't.
point there. You not
Right, I
understanding my
get
point.
your point.
What's my point?
You wanted her along the way to say black, 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 black.
No, I want her along the way when she was on her strong foot, when the whole world was doing a damn global walkthrough of her entire wedding, showcase of her entire wedding, and she ain't have a goddamn thing about it black.
You think she had control?
Yes.
Oh, you think she had control?
She had some form of control.
You think
yes.
You think the motherfucker they didn't want in there at all had some level of control?
Yes, some level of control.
The only thing she had was an opportunity.
She had enough control to make her motherfucking husband lead the motherfucking family.
No, it was two things. It was either you leave your wife or you leave the family.
Did you watch the interview?
You leave your wife or you leave your family.
Okay, exactly.
That's what I got.
She had enough input. If you think she ain't talking to that motherfucker in bed, talking about all her concerns and her issues. Now, I bet you the conversation went like this in bed. He was probably like, well, Mom is giving me a hard time, and
I don't know who you sounding like.
I don't want to leave, but
I'm glad you are
I
not.
just want to be with you and love
that's
you.
why you're not a black actor.
And that's another
in
thing.
London.
Harry ain't never had a history of being with a black woman.
What does that mean? Serena Williams never had a history of being with white men.
I think Dallas is capped. That's what I'm saying. That's what
Eve had never had a history of being with white men.
See, look, you love.
No, I'm making parallels.
It's not an equal parallel, bro.
Why? You said he never had a history of being with.
First off,
so you telling me you dragging him for the first black woman he been with?
This is the first black woman that he's probably ever seen in person.
See, now you being disrespectful.
He's a fucking royal. What you talking about?
No, listen.
His whole life is.
Let's be honest.
His whole life is.
Even though he was royal, how he meet her?
I don't know.
He met her through a friend from Hollywood.
Okay.
Which means, and it wasn't British Hollywood, loaf. It wasn't that. He met him from an American motherfucker in Hollywood.
Mean, bro?
So you saying it like he was so sheltered within the walls?
That
man was already. Let's be honest. Let's be completely honest. Hold on. Let's be completely honest. He was already ostracized from the family.
Okay, that's fair because of Diana. But let's not front like he hasn't been sheltered. He's been sheltered.
No, I'm not gonna disagree with that. But
right.
I'm saying
his whole life is a VIP.
I'm saying he trying to act like the Justin Bieber of the family. That's really what he's trying to act like.
And here's the thing, bro.
He ain't Justin Timberlake.
I just want to see him do some give back to the black community. That's all. I don't care if they do a goddamn.
You want him to be like Eve's husband?
I want this motherfucker.
Don't you? You want
actually? It would definitely help us.
But how long? Hold on, time out. Before
that motherfucker.
Hold on. Before
because of her.
Right. Before Eve's husband, because he didn't do that immediately when he married her, did he?
Oh my god, bro. They only been married for like what? 2 years, bro. 2-3 years.
Bro, they've been married more than 2-3 years. That means they only been married during the pandemic.
Let's say 2018. They got married in 2018.
But how long they been together?
I don't know.
How long has he owned a part of Reddit?
She made that video for Drake in 2016.
For Drake?
So, I don't know. That video is still sexy.
What video she made of Drake?
You remember the video that was on World Star where she was dancing to his song and shit in the living room? Oh my God, she looks so goddamn good. Oh my God, I'll never forget that video in my life.
Man, Eve was one of my first celebrity crushes. First was
Eve was nice when
first
she
was Whitney Houston.
Was dope.
I was a young boy obsessed with Whitney Houston.
Yeah, you would have been the only boy I ever met in my life who had a crush on Whitney Houston. I ever met. My love is your love. When I was a kid, you was a soft ass motherfucker. Ain't nobody like no fucking Whitney Houston as no fucking kid. No dude we checking for Janet Jackson.
Oh yeah, and then my celebrity
was checking for Jada Pinkett.
J-Lo.
Nah.
What?
I ain't no more many boys who was.
You disrespecting yourself
Ashanti.
with that lie. I'm not. Yeah. We listen. Everybody that was in and associated with the rap game, yes. But stop acting like J-Lo wasn't at the top. J-Lo was one of the top.
Remember when they used to say J-Lo had a big butt?
Yeah, when butts were natural.
Bro, her butt still ain't big for natural. What you talking about? If you compare her butt back then, it still ain't even big for natural.
What? Have you ain't never seen her when she was a dancer?
Yes, I seen her living color.
Right. Thick. You talking about that was the world of Richard Simmons girls. Bro, and she stood out.
You was not finna sit here and argue and tell me that J-Lo had a big butt, bro.
Back then, yeah.
Oh my God, bro. And you was a trip, bro. Because you be talking about
before
me like
butt
white
shots,
women, bro. And I be telling you all the time how white women think they swear they got a big booty. No, you got a fat ass for a white girl.
No,
J-Lo got a fat ass for a
J-Lo was
American
thick.
Latino girl.
No, J-Lo was thick back then.
Boy, you high.
Who was thicker than J-Lo back then?
Trina.
Right, cool. But she preceded Trina. You got to think
Janet
she was
Jackson.
Diddy and Bad Boy.
Janet
You
Jackson.
absolutely right.
Okay, then. Case closed, motherfucker.
But You talking about what mid '90s?
Hell, Pam was thicker than goddamn.
Pam was
Yeah, you better get right,
but I'm
motherfucker.
not.
You
You
better
trying
recognize what
to
true
act like
thickness
two
is.
things can't be true.
She just cause she a bonita, American bonita. That's
Bonita. This nigga don't put no accent on no
yeah,
words.
American bonita.
He
That's
wanted to say
goddamn.
when we was in Colombia, you wanted to say
That's
all
assimilated.
Spanish words in English.
We got
and
I
put
can't
O at the end. We
wait. I can't wait.
coming
till we
soon.
talk. I can't wait.
If
till
I
we
don't have a
talk about it.
Kanye jaw on the next episode. All right, so let's get back to the last one, and then we're gonna go into the topic.
Last one. All right. Last one. So Block Power. Block Power basically is a company that's that specializes in going around taking abandoned buildings or broke down buildings in urban and communities and turning them into smart houses or smart buildings, Tesla type buildings,
Right.
to make them more profitable, to make the buildings more healthier, and to just update the building themselves so that it increases the property value that it's in.
Mm-hmm.
So it's called Block Power, and it's owned by a black man, Donnell Bird. Donnell Bird. Yeah, he's the owner of it.
Shout out to Donnell.
And they raised $63 million.
Whew.
Yeah, $63 million to continue with this project. It's a green project, and they hire a lot of blacks to do a lot of contracting work.
Okay.
So that was Block Power, BLOC Power, again by Donald Bird. Fucking with that?
Hey, hell yeah.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. When I read the story, I was like, "Is this motherfucker part of some gentrification?" But I was like, you know what? Even if he is or isn't, that's still a black man in business. We need that. We need to get in the door in gentrification too. You know, it don't. You know, it don't, we don't need all gentrification ain't equal. You know what I'm saying? So
I think the place where gentrification is, and the reason we have so much resentment, is because of our lack of investment in it. And that's why I like where I live now, because most of the people buying property and buying the houses where I live actually are middle class working women.
you ain't like when that nigga
Black
threw that
women.
rock at your motherfucking.
No, that was down the street. They ain't gentrified there. Boy, I was about to fuck a black man up, bro.
Who the fuck, man? Boy, what the fuck you doing?
Bro, I changed real quick. I changed. I was, bro. I hit that U-turn so goddamn quick. I tell y'all,
who the fuck you?
I tell y'all
just hear
a real quick story, bro. I'm on the phone with Miko. I'm headed to Publix right before it closed. I got about 15 minutes before it closed. So I go. I'm driving down MLK, and I see two people. One dude is sitting on the bench, and he kind of looked homeless. So he just sitting there with the Bernie Sanders, like with the arms crossed.
Bernie Sanders.
And so I see another dude, and I seen him bend over, and then I see something coming towards my car, and it was a big ass rock. So it's a median.
Not a rock waller.
No. He gonna throw a rock waller?
Hey,
he threw a big ass rock at my car, and so it's like at the front. So I'm on the phone. I was about to let it go. I swerve around, and I turn real niggified real quick, cause I'm just talking and I just see it coming, and it didn't hit my windshield, it hit my car. And so I turn around, I hit the Huey, I pull up, and he was shocked. And one, he was on a goddamn scooter. And two, the homeless dude snitched on him real quick. He was like, I ain't even do it. He did it. And I saw him do it, and he was like, I don't know what happened, I ain't do it. And it was dude had to be between the ages of like 14 and 17. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give him a full adult status.
So that's why you pulled up on him like that.
No, man, because listen, man, I'm gonna pull up on anybody with a scooter throwing rocks. And I told him to apologize, and I said if that was somebody else, they would have fucked him up, and that nigga could have went to jail, or that nigga could have died that night. And so my hope is that he don't do it again. But I really
that'll scare.
That would have been a time where I wanted to. I mean, it would have. I knew that if I was in the car with people that wasn't where I am now, them niggas would have wanted to get out and fuck him up.
Oh, facts.
And so I pulled over at a gas station across the street, and the homeless dude was like, "That wasn't me." The dude got on his scooter and rode away, like one of them electric scooters that you know he stole it. But yeah, man, I had to ride off, man, and hit the stove, but I was pissed. But yo, so let's do this. Let's go into the topic. let's go into the topic for the day.
Let's go.
And we about we about an hour in,
Let's
really.
get it, bro.
So the topic for the day is: are black men in our society valued? And as we talk about these things, and we bring to light the men that are doing things of value,
Mhm.
are black men valued, and do we feel valued in the black community? And I'm gonna let you start. Cause we had this. The conversation started from a conversation I had with a woman, and I'm gonna let you start.
All right. So valued, I believe that a lot of times, I believe shit. In most cases, black men are not respected. If you were to see what value looks like, I would say lack of respect. And here's what I mean by that. There's when we look at how black men are overly criticized for norms that happen in other society, that comes from a lack of respect. A lot of the time, black men are looked for towards for all types of stigmatized things, such as sex, such as entertainment, such as strength and anger. We're almost weaponized. People look, even women in our own community, and it goes down. That was a time even I, as a black boy coming up in a single parent household, didn't have respect for black men. And I know a lot of other boys out there grew up with the same, devalue of black men, because you've seen so many. You just didn't have enough information of strong black men around you that you didn't have enough respect for them. And so it wasn't until I grew up as an adult, became an adult, and started networking with other successful, proficient black men that I started to earn a lot and see family black men. Like, that was so scarce in my environment that I was like, damn, I got a lot of respect for black men. And so, yeah, and yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. Black men have been innovators in this world the entire time since humanity's existence. I know we got a rocky relationship with black women. We're trying to, fix that and repair that. I was on this call with a bunch of therapists, black therapists, last week, and one therapist made a poignant, point. He said, we get caught in the battle of talking about whose pain is worse instead of talking about, like, look, focusing on the fact that it's pain, and now let's get to the resolution, which I'm all on board for. So it definitely starts with, let's respect black men more. Let's put more black men, not even more. Let's respect black men and put black men on a pedestal of value. Because when you're a black man, and you, it's man, when you, it's an odd feeling to walk into a building and know that different groups are looking at you for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the black men are looking at you in the building as some sort of threat. So you know a lot of them niggas sizing you up. And then you're looking at the white people, the white men in there, they looking at you as a threat. So you know a lot of them are looking for that quick reason to eject your ass. White women are looking at you as, one half of them are looking at you as a fantasy nigga, and the other half are looking at you as, oh my God, he's so dangerous. So you ever walk in a place you feel like a fucking monster. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you don't feel like you're supposed to be a lead, a premier leader of the groups when you walk in. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think black men lack a lot of, and the only time you see us on fucking daytime TV talk shows or whatever whenever they want to put us in their news cycle, it's always when we're on our knees for some shit. We either getting killed on our motherfucking knees, or we crying on some fuck ass apology tour that I'm tired of black men getting on every time we say something offensive, because rarely ever do you hear any other group come out and say, well, I would like to apologize to black men out there, any black men I've offended. Unless if the black man, unless he's gay or some shit like that, but heterosexual black men, we never got an apology from any group or any persons. But every other group gets these fucking apologies. They get all this PC culture bullshit walking around, don't want to offend them. But when it comes to offending black men, it's an arms race.
And
Every other group is like,
and at this time, I want to stand up and say I support Kirk Franklin, because
big facts.
he got
Big
all of this
motherfucker.
criticism,
Big
and I
balls,
believe that
motherfucker.
he got this criticism from an unknown group, because most black people understand, one, you've been talked to like that, and two,
Facts.
what we really observe,
But that's toxic household.
what we really talking about is,
You don't know what, if you're gonna say how he talked to his son is a toxic household, then you don't know what it's like to be a fucking black man in America. Because he's preparing his son, and he likely prepared his son to deal with the harsh reality of the fucking world that is not gonna be nice to your black ass.
And we
especially
not
your
talking
black
about
ass.
me talking to my 7-year-old son.
Right.
We really talking about one of our peers.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
we really talking about a clip of a man that we wanted to see. We wanted to see him in a quote unquote more godly fashion. But what we really trying to, what he's saying
son
is,
who tried to expose his father.
right.
That was some bitch ass shit right
he
there.
showed it. He showed the one part where his dad was cursing him out,
Right.
and when his dad got to the point where he was fed up.
But not the point beforehand. That
Right.
the
He didn't talk about the triggers.
Right.
He didn't show what was said to be the call to the therapist
his
afterwards.
Sister even came out and said, "You've been a spoiled brat your whole fucking life."
Right.
We tried helping you, putting you in therapy. We tried all these things to help your motherfucking ass out.
And I didn't like that people wanted Kirk Franklin to almost cower and be this docile individual because of the way that he disciplined him when he said he was basically saying, and people get hung up on the words, he was saying he said you bet not ever disrespect me like that. And what his son say? Well, I did.
Right.
Well, I did.
Lack of respect.
Right.
Lack of
and
respect
so
for fucking black man.
And so we want to get on.
You can be a black man and have a lack of respect for black.
And we gonna do a podcast too on the notion of if black or is masculinity acceptable in our society.
Right.
But to get to this point, and I'll speak on it a little bit where the conversation came from.
Yeah.
The conversation came where I start to realize that black women's value. So you think of like my neighbor across the street.
Mm-hmm.
She got a pit bull.
Yeah.
And people are afraid of her pit bull, except for the people that know it.
Mm-hmm.
So the people the people in general love the pit bull.
Yeah.
It's a symbol of strength. It's a symbol, and
right.
to the outside world, you can have that pit bull just walking around, got a certain level of dominance.
Like they quick to call a dog catcher, shoot that motherfucker.
Right.
Or someone.
It's an immediate threat until you know it enough to say, "Oh, I'm not afraid of that one."
That's a great analogy. I agree.
And that's what happens with black men, and that's what and that's the problem that we have in our society. It is if and this is why I don't really condone a lot.
But I do want to say, just because we're talking about black men's struggle right now does not mean we're ignoring the struggle of black women.
No,
we're strictly
and that's why we're gonna have women come in and they can talk about it as well.
We care about the problems of our black women too, but right now we're talking about black men, so we want to
focus and the emphasis on the humanity of the black man.
Yeah,
because
I say that all the time. That used to be one of my early coaching points when I found out some of the core critical axis, what they call it, but of a lot of black men's issues and lack of mental health is our lack of self-value because we don't see ourselves as human beings. We don't give ourselves empathy. We don't give ourselves sympathy. We don't give ourselves understanding. We don't give ourselves our own love. We don't tap into we say we're not emotional, but anger is emotion.
Right. What you got to understand too, and most people don't understand about black men, I didn't realize, and I'm 31 now, I didn't think about my life as an adult. They always ask you what you want to be, and you can throw out something. But in reality, the people was around me when I was growing up, there was an absence of, I had my peers, there was an absence of black men really from the age of like 22 to 35.
Facts.
Which would have been our fathers, unless we talking about, again, the men that I love, which was my uncles. But in the neighborhood, you either, you see an absence. You got some of the people that made it out that was probably in school or working on their careers. But then we don't see them. And I didn't get a chance to start seeing them until almost high school.
Shit, I didn't even see them that way.
Right, but I'm saying I was actually involved in extracurriculars that put me around those people. That was very intentional. If I didn't go that very intentional route really early, it was only the people that was around me and then the guys who kind of didn't get caught up yet that was hanging around.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening with the black men, you see these narratives of, like you said, you see the criminals, you see the abusers, you see the thugs.
Right.
I know every black man I know that I associate with, I'll say, take care of their kids. I know men that are full-time fathers. I know men that got joint custody of their kids. I know men
that fight for custody for their kids.
I know men who ain't going out on the weekend because it's family night.
Right.
I know my homeboy not only do he took his daughter in, he took his wife in at night, bro. He took his wife in at night. And these are people that go under the radar, which has to do.
I know black men that mentor other young black boys,
Right.
by the hundreds.
And what ends up happening with us is we are emotionally, psychologically, and oftentimes physically neglected in and around America because
Big
if we
facts.
don't fit into whoever whatever your idea of a black
Your
man is,
fantasy of a nigga is
right.
fantasy nigga.
So the white people, I gotta be docile. I have
Mhm.
to talk like this so that
Mhm.
you can, so that I don't come off as hostile.
Mhm.
I work in HR. I try to employ black men as often as possible.
Mhm.
And then I know a woman who tried to hire people of color, and they said it was nepotism.
Mhm.
They said that because she was trying to hire more black people, that she was racist.
Mhm.
And we get these labels that we try to walk back from, and I can't say it enough.
Mhm.
We cannot let society,
Yeah.
and especially white society,
Big facts.
push us into docility so much
Mhm.
that we can only be a worker to
Mhm.
you. Because when you start
I
saying,
fucking
all right,
agree.
let me hold my voice strong, let
Mhm.
me speak with bass in my voice without being intimidating to
Yeah.
you, we got to start doing that. And I think
That's why men today, like Kevin Samuels, are needed. That's why men today, like Charleston White, is needed. That's why men today, even hell like Kirk Franklin, are needed.
hell, and Dame
Ricky
Dash,
Smiley, Dame Dash are needed. You
and
need
shout out to Master P.
Master P. Any hell, even Charlemagne. When you talk about he's so mean. That's a fucking black. That's because our
You trying to
community.
hold him to his 2009 standard too?
Yeah, they trying to hold us to a standard that's subpar of a man.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it came from any other group of men, it'd been looked up as normal. You know how fucking harsh Asian male parents are on their fucking
No,
kids and
let's
shit.
not do that. Watch this.
They will
So
blackball you from the whole family.
so look,
If
I
you come home with
I
C's.
worked
The
I
fuck
worked
is
at
you talking about?
a Fortune 100 company,
You
right?
can only have 2 kids at a time in China.
Right.
Like,
Watch
the
this.
fuck?
I worked at a Fortune 100 company, worked in HR. I'm supposed to be the policy person. Hey, I'm supposed to govern the way that people behave. I've seen high level white men curse folks out.
Mm.
I've seen high level white men go off on people.
Mhm.
And what happens with them is that's a nasty man.
Mhm.
But now me as a black man, I
Mhm.
can't even express a part of myself
Mhm.
in that same environment where you just got cursed out by this white man.
Big facts.
I can get fired because I don't come in and say good morning the
Big
right
fact.
way.
They be like, oh man, you like.
There's
I don't
something
know,
wrong
something's
with you.
wrong with him. Now.
You're detached.
Yeah.
You don't fit the
Fit in.
culture of the environment.
Right.
The culture ain't made for us.
Mhm.
And I ain't going on no riot rant,
Mhm.
but I'm saying that black men, number one, I think what we really have to do.
I want motherfuckers to let their nuts hang.
Right.
Use a
But
motherfucking
I
name,
think what
bro.
black men have to do is show our humanity and start being a voice.
Dr. Boykins too. I fuck with Dr. Boykins
Right.
heavy.
We got to start being that voice for ourselves because
agree.
we keep letting people write this narrative,
Exactly.
and we feed into the back and forth on the trauma.
Exactly.
I ain't arguing with no black woman about
agree,
no
bro.
problems. Let's
I
talk
agree.
about the solution.
I agree.
If you ain't talking to
I'm
me
with
about
you.
no solution,
I'm
then what
with
we
you.
talking about?
I'm with you, bro.
If you ain't talk, if and one thing I
This
love
is
to do,
grown folks motherfucking
one thing I
talk,
love to do when I hear these little weak ass narrative is, even if you want to go to celebrity culture, oh, all these black men that make a lot of money, they leave you. I say for every one black man you can name that's with a white woman that married her, that married interracially, I can name 2 or 3.
I can name 8 because 86% of black
Right,
men
right, but
married.
no. I'm talking about celebrity level.
Right.
So I ain't gonna lie and say I can name 8.
First off, most celebrities are not rich. Let's get that through our motherfucking heads.
Yeah,
okay?
don't let them views confuse you.
Dude,
Confuse you.
Most celebrities are not fucking. Most of them. That means like 98% of celebrities that you see are not fucking rich.
Right.
Okay?
For majority of their life, even when you know
Facts.
them.
This pandemic especially has exposed that. You'd be surprised what they are doing just to be able to take care of their bills. I remember I used to date this chick who was accountant at Viacom down here. And she this is when all the UPN shows and shit was on there. She's like, you'd be surprised who coming to me every day about their check because they got money issues. So most of them are not rich, and so you gotta let black men get out the way and let us run our community how we know is best fit. Because we are the only ones that knows what it takes to get a black boy to deal with the future that he's gonna deal with in this environment. We're the only ones who can prepare him, with the help of a black woman, of course. We are the only ones together who can prepare our children to deal with the future, and we're the only ones together who can endure this environment and prevail to get the black community up to a economically competitive pace where other cultures are.
And it doesn't make it. I get we in this individualistic society. We got to get back to the family aspect of our society.
Community, village aspect.
Because what happens is a lot of people care about the money they make.
Facts.
If I worked in HR and never gave a damn about another black man, I would not be living my life the right way.
Facts.
If I did not try my best to employ and refer and bring other black people in that's going to continue a narrative that black men don't work, black men don't want to work, and black men don't want to provide.
Big facts.
And what ends up happening is you feed into that narrative, you don't interview them now.
Right.
You don't want to bring them in a room.
Right.
You don't allow them access to gain their way up to managerial status because you won't let them in at all.
And the more you don't allow those black men to be in, the more you don't allow those black men to self-discover for themselves. Because the less that they are able to have access to, the less that they think is possible, the less they think about themselves. So again, black men, and it all does start with the black man. You have to see yourself as a fucking human being, not a fucking thing door for society, not fucking Superman for somebody. You are a human being. You are weak. You are vulnerable. You cry. You are emotional. You're happy. You're sad. You're silly. You're goofy. There's all types of. You are a human. You have just as many dynamics of a personality that a white man has, or a white woman has, or a black woman has, or a Mexican woman or a Mexican man has. You have the same dichotomy, the same dynamics.
Right.
We are we are capable of a lot. At the same time, we're not only there. It's not strong for a black man to not be responsive to how he feels. That's fucking inhuman. That's something that's not natural.
Right.
That's something intoxicating than a motherfucker.
Right.
And they talk about this toxic culture, toxic masculinity and shit. I don't want to hear nobody that's not a fucking man talk about toxic masculinity, because you don't know what the fuck it takes to be a fucking masculine man in a world that tries to marginalize you every chance it fucking gets. I told these group of therapists, a black man has 3 things that he's afraid of happening, that he has to be mindful of happening every fucking day we leave our fucking doorstep to go outside. That's we try to avoid imprisonment, we'll try to avoid poverty, and we'll try to avoid homicide.
And emasculation?
It's wrapped all in that.
Yeah.
So we try to avoid those things every time we walk outside our doors on a daily basis. It takes a certain bravado, a certain navigation, a certain reserve of action that you have to take, because you have to be able to dial back from conversations.
Awareness and maturity.
Yeah, it takes it's so much fucking chess play going in your fucking head that you got to have to be able to go in outside and bring your ass back in, because you know how deadly. It's not even just deadly out here for you. There are traps out here for your motherfucking ass to fall in. Set up for your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? So don't talk to me about masculine toxic masculinity. Yeah, masculine what is it called?
Toxic masculinity.
Toxic max. Goddamn.
One of us went to college.
I'm heated right now. Right. But don't talk to me about
both
that.
of us went to college. My bad. My bad, brother.
I went to
You went to college, brother.
Shut up. I wouldn't call it a college. But but yeah, we go through so much of that don't talk to me about it until you lived a day in a man's fucking shoes.
And that's why this is one of my favorite hats, because people see it's a different world. People think of the show, but the reality is I'm not going to act like I know what it means to be a black woman. I'm not going to act like I know what it means to be any other marginalized group.
We don't act like we know what it means to be a gay man.
But the reality is we can agree
right.
that we all can feel a feeling. We can identify with a feeling without identifying with an experience. Understand that these toxic labels that y'all put on us, and these
all based on your ideas and your view of the world.
And usually
it's
separate from the actual experiences that you have.
Right.
When I see a woman, I laugh internally.
They don't ask us how we see ourselves as men.
Right.
So how the fuck you gonna say what toxic masculinity is if you don't ask any fucking men, straight men, what it feels like to be a fucking man in the first place, in which we have to go through.
And let's go further, right? Stop defining us based on the worst among us.
Right.
And stop creating your label. I know a lot of people. I know women that went to college with black men. These black men are educated. These black men are doctors.
Talk to them.
You don't talk to them now.
Talk to them.
You only talk to the ones that you choose to put yourself around in these fast-paced, high-risk environments. I don't even go to the club like that.
lounges,
I'm not saying we too mature to ever
house
touch a
parties.
club.
Right.
We going to
You know, I'm fucking with strip club.
right. We go. I ain't talking about strip clubs. I'm
Oh.
talking about these clubs where I see a woman, I'm drinking, and now I'm grabbing at the woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Most black men know that's a no-no.
One, right.
We know we don't want to get slapped. Two, we know that's not gonna win us over with her. Come on, bro. Like most black men, I say this all the time. Black men are the most feminist of all groups of men. We allow and encourage our women to have complete control over their destiny without us having to control it for them. We you got your few black men that are assholes. You got few bad apples in every group, but we are the only group overall where we encourage and allow our black women to have say so, to have to have ideas that are input, to be included, and most times we guarantee your safety. We protect you. If a black woman run up to a group of black men crying, what's the immediate thing we're gonna ask her? Well, what's wrong with you? And then we're gonna look around and see who's chasing. We give a fuck. We care like a motherfucker.
Your car breakdown. I seen somebody talking.
I don't help so many black women.
Listen, bro. I'm grabbing a pizza and it's raining. I wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? I see two women. Car broke down. Tire went flat.
Yeah.
I go out. I say it's raining. I give them my umbrella first.
Damn, that's fucked up. You want to come help me change my tire?
Nah, I helped you change your tire about 3 times in a month.
Yeah,
But not only are we there, we got to expand this narrative. We are there for black brothers. Mm-hmm. We are there for our black sisters. We are there for people because we humanistic like that.
The most philanthropic, you can Google this. You can Google it. You can ask Jesus. You can pick up a book at it. You can ask your professor about it. You can do whatever as long as you find it, the accurate information. Black men specifically are the most philanthropic group in this entire country. We give back the most to our community.
And I'll say this:
the most charitable.
Fuck research in this aspect, right? When I was coming up, I couldn't do it. When I was in school, I couldn't do a paper on. They didn't do enough research on. It was white people defining what certain things were, and it didn't fit their box, so it didn't count. So black people looked to be the least philanthropic within the research I was looking at, but because we didn't take on the aspect of, oh, well, these people are helping their community, but they don't help them financially to the same degree. Right. They looking at a dollar amount. Right. Well, what about the people? What about how many people you take into your house? Right. When black people associate family more than white people do.
Big facts.
I don't know. I asked this white girl one time, "Do you fuck with your cousins?"
Facts.
She was like, "No, we don't really fuck with our cousins like that. Like that's my uncle's kids. Right. I fuck with my uncle if he could do something for me, and I fuck with my parents and grandparents.
Unless they are poor and from the country.
Right. But what you got for black people is you don't live with your cousins. You don't live with your aunts and uncles. So now your cousins ain't just your cousins, they your brothers and sisters. You hang out with them, you build with them, you educate yourself with them. These are the people that we are around, and it ain't we don't like to see that as philanthropy, but it really is. It really is black men helping one another. Black men reaching out to one another. And
I always say this all the time, even when black women do their black women events, who the fuck do you think is putting the actual materials together?
Right.
The chairs, the tables.
Who putting shit up?
Trash. Who you think is putting that? You think there's a whole bunch of He-Man strong-ass black women? It's black ass. It's boyfriends, husbands, sons.
Go look at your local county workers. We live in a black-ass city. Go look at your police officers. Go look at the people that pick up your trash. Don't give a damn if they throwing your trash can back on the ground. They picking up your damn trash.
Might be upside down, baby.
Right. That shit might get kicked over. And you ain't following them damn rules. Right. It ain't Thursday, it's Wednesday. Go look at your.
Have it turned around.
Go look at Atlanta Fire Department and at City of Atlanta, Fulton County, DeKalb County. That's mostly black men out here, and people. I tell you, the deadliest profession. One of the deadliest professions is people that cut down trees.
Oh, okay.
That ain't that's mostly, especially in Atlanta. That's mostly black men.
Yes.
That you don't see. You don't see no.
Definitely Ramirez.
People of minorities. How about that?
Right.
People of color. Yeah. And we ain't talking about a lot of Indian people. We ain't talking about a lot of white people. We talking about blacks and Mexicans. Yeah. We talking about Hispanic people. We talking about people that's willing to get their hands dirty and do the job. So y'all got to stop looking at us like we are peasants and we don't want to work. Right. I don't know black men that don't want to work.
No, hold on. We ain't gonna say that now.
No. I don't. I don't know. Look at this dude. That's that. Nigga hydraulic. Don't be hitting my switches, fool. But we got to start bringing this humanity to us and start building these regular relationships, not relationships built on expectations. And if they don't fulfill these expectations, understand who the men are, and the normal men, the working men, these men out here. You would think black men ain't shit by the narrative.
If you go on social media, excuse me, you'll think that black men ain't shit. We ain't fathers. You think that we want black women to work like slaves while we sit home and do nothing, and we are very shallow about how black women look. You would think the worst of black men if you just pay attention to what the narrative is about us, and that's why we do the media thing that we do. Because in the media and the social media, black men are at the pits of perspective when it comes to the human race. Again, there's never been any group, and you can find me the interview if you got it. If you got I don't give a damn if it's a news clip article. Name anybody who came out and apologized to a group of heterosexual black, who came out and apologized to the group of heterosexual black men. I'm not talking about those who apologize to a family of a nigga that they killed or some shit like that.
Right.
I'm talking about a motherfucker that said, on behalf, I'll take this time to apologize, to the group of black men, straight black men.
And guess what?
None. You'll never find it, but you'll find apologies for every other fucking group.
Even when you see people like the president, who had a strong hand in pushing our current president.
Oh, Biden.
He had a strong hand in pushing these crime bills and sending a lot of black men to jail.
Hold on, it was on not only him.
No. I said he had a strong hand. I didn't say he operated as an individual. He was one of the driving forces.
Republicans and pastors, and
right?
Your moms and
right.
grandmas.
So while we at a place where we want to start having reconciliation moving forward, but we didn't resolve the traumas of our past. We didn't resolve what took black men off the streets.
And that's even a focus on the stigmatized about imprisoned black men. That's only a third. That's only less than a third of black men. You know what I'm saying?
And guess what? It's more black men that's educated than there are black men in jail, and we don't want to talk about that.
Listen, man.
We don't want to talk about. Hold on, let's even go there. Yeah. We talking about black men that's in jail, that's working jobs that they can't do when they come out.
Big facts.
California had a.
Oh, that shows that they are capable. They just never. A lot of them never given an opportunity.
Right, because what you do is you deprive the community and then you criminalize them. And so what happens is.
Hey, work outside, Bubba.
No. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you what happened in California. Yeah. They have all those wildfires. They sent the prisoners out. Mostly black men, mostly men of color. Yeah. They send the prisoners out to go fight fires. When they get out, they can't be firefighters because they can't pass the background checks.
Right, got a felony on their
record. Right. So now they gonna say, oh no, he might go steal some shit. He might be immoral, but this man was just fighting fires for the last 10 to 15 years because he had this much crack on him, because he had this much weed on him.
Right.
And now see that shit. I'm gonna get out the soapbox, but
we fuck that. We got all day on this motherfucking box. This is our motherfucking turn. That's why we started this fucking podcast, so we can motherfucking tell our side of the story. You know what I'm saying? So you can see other perspectives of black men.
And guess what? Black men own shit.
Black men.
We in a place that black men own right now. We're in a place where black men are trying to create opportunities, and podcasts are here, and music studios are here. We can't keep looking at this as oh, these niggas don't want to do nothing.
Right. And I'm tired of hearing that shit too. Well, black people need to start something. When I hear that from motherfuckers, I hear that from motherfuckers who ain't doing enough to help their own. Because if you doing that work and helping, you should see the help being made. It's just gonna take motherfucking time, bro.
Right.
For that help to maturate into something that's even more tangible and more fruitful.
And that is why time, bro. That's why within our community we need to have more understanding.
Yeah,
you need to have a historical understanding.
Exactly.
You need to have a psychological understanding beyond yourself.
Is important.
Think about shit like this, right? Small history lesson, right? So black women are very much more successful in the administrative works, right? In the
white collar jobs, right?
Right. Why? Because those environments weren't created for black men.
Absolutely.
They allowed black women in, used them as cheap labor, and then they started getting more and more rights. So while black men were working, while they working as plumbers, while they working as while they working as electricians, while they doing these jobs that people look down on, and these men aren't good enough for you now.
Meanwhile, them resources are taking care of the whole motherfucking city.
Right.
Because when that storm
But they
hit,
not. But the person that keep your lights on, the person that keep your water
is that
flowing,
motherfucker in that blue
is
jumpsuit.
not good enough for you to date, not good enough for you to be with, and you look down on him as a peasant and a
Just
servant.
because he be like, hey, yeah, that's some crazy shit. Cause
Just because he don't use the language you use.
Right. Just because he don't have a vernacular that's
Right.
spectacular.
But right, and so he don't get opportunities. He got ideas. He don't get opportunity. Resources aren't put aside for black men. Resources like
black men. You know how most black men start their businesses?
Nigga, hustling.
Straight like
hustling.
That. You know what?
And you gotta hope that you don't get caught in the process.
I saw a beautiful thing on Facebook. I forgot this brother's name, but if you follow me on Facebook, I've posted this on my feed. There's a black brother, man. His girl was waking up, whatever. He woke her up, and she was crying. And he showed her her gift. She was crying. He was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And so she grabbed it. It was a bundle of money, and it had to start your business again on it. Bundle of money. It probably had to be like $2,000-$3,000. But the beautiful thing about it, it was like all you can see the discoloration throughout the bundle.
Right.
So
how long he been saving?
How long and how this is sweat and earned tears money.
Right.
A black brother being philanthropic again, helping his girlfriend out, start her business up. This is how we've done business in the black community. We've did it from the mud, and these are hard-working ass black men. Again, they may not have a great vernacular, they may not have all the degrees, the nice suits, patent leather suits, and all that fly shit. You know what I'm saying? But the engineer, a plumber, is just as important as a fucking accountant or a fucking finance banker. They're just as critical, and we come in all shapes and sizes and backgrounds and occupations. But overall, in all, we still go home and take care of our black families.
Goddamn right.
Even if we ain't got no wife or no girlfriend, we take care of our mama. We take care of our sisters, our brothers, our cousins.
That's an absolute.
So, you know what I'm saying? Black man, you know, we do have to start with humanizing ourselves and loving ourselves and understanding ourselves and evolving ourselves internally to externally, and society as a whole needs to pay us our goddamn respect.
Right.
Because we tired of goddamn being docile. That shit dead.
Bro. And we gotta and I'm for opportunity for all people. I'm for the uplifting, but in the meantime we can't get past a certain point and look down on the people who ain't there yet.
Big facts.
And that's what ends up happening with black people. You build the country, you build the infrastructure, and then you're not good enough.
Right.
Because you didn't take the route we took.
Right.
Because we basically hoisted you to a certain point, and now you saying, well, now you either need to catch up or get gone.
Black men are the constructors of fucking society, as you see today.
You goddamn right.
Don't ever fucking get that twisted, because you see these white faces everywhere.
Yeah,
and you paint over them goddamn black walls. That's all they did.
And again with the history lesson, when black people wasn't able to buy homes in a certain place, or they home get devalued. I saw something where a black family bought a house.
Multiple black families.
A black family bought a house for about $400,000. And they put another $500,000 into the house. Then the appraiser come and say, "Oh, this ain't even worth $1 million." So they said, "Okay, we gonna contest it, and now what we gonna do is go get white people we know. They gonna whiten up the house, put some of their pictures and shit. The house appraised for $1.4 million. So another half.
How much did it appraise for?
It was less than $1 million. It was like $800,000. They didn't appraise it for more than what the construction and the aftermarket value after the construction was. But then that white person came in, put their pictures up, and then they got it reappraised after they went through this whole fucking process. They got it reappraised for about $1.5 million, which is what it should have been had the powers that be, mostly white people, and this white vision of what it looks like when black people touch shit. That's what happens, bro. And it starts with, of course, ourselves as black men, but it also starts with the humanization of black men externally as well.
Absolutely.
Because you can keep saying black women bossing up, and we love it. Don't think that we hating on this shit, but we also.
A lot of us are the reason she bossing up. Who the fuck you think investing in that housewife who got that business that's doing 6-figure right now? Who the fuck you think allowing that opportunity to goddamn happen? Her black ass husband.
Right. And so
you goddamn forget it, man.
We gotta start with understanding that we still talking about black men as people. If you don't know decent
Kathy Hughes, who started Radio 1, she was given opportunity by black men.
If you look at these black men and just establish their value based off of specifically one financial piece, you're wrong. If you
Right.
think they value is based off of how they act and how they dress
Right.
as a singular standard, you wrong.
Mhm.
Because there's a lot of black men out here who got that same hustle and that same drive, and they get held down,
Mhm.
or they don't know what the opportunity looks like.
Mhm.
And we wouldn't give you talk about an educational system that give up on black boys early.
It's super early.
You talking
Third
about
grade early.
you right. So now
First off, I was the top reader in my school in the 5th grade. Go ahead.
and then what
Hey man.
happened? Hey man, so hey man, we dug in on this shit, and what's gonna end up happening? We gotta give y'all shit like this because we gotta establish that black men do have value, and
Big
then we gonna bring in ratchet shit. Cause do not put us in this
Duality,
box,
baby.
right? We done had our CPA on, we done had men on talking about marriage,
Yep.
and then we gonna move forward with ratchet shit, and it's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
We can be educated, successful, and
just-
ratchet at
Hey,
times.
we just showing you what that black
'Cause you-
successful man do after work.
We gonna show you
That's it.
black men smile and black men enjoy shit responsibly. We gonna show you all of this shit,
Mhm.
and y'all just gotta stay tuned. This gonna be
That's about to get
this
good.
gonna be one of the first
about
25
to be good.
episodes, bro. By the time we get to episode 40,
This
50,
about to be good.
motherfuckers really gonna look at us like, yo, y'all gotta start respecting this shit.
Exactly, bro.
And all y'all gonna see, we gonna throw black man after black man after black man in front of you.
They
There's
like,
gonna
what the fuck they getting all
there's-
these
right.
niggas from?
and they gonna be and what they're gonna do is they're gonna excuse it. Oh, that's Atlanta.
Right.
Oh, that's watch. We gonna have black therapists on.
But even the black men that we had on so far, none of them are from Atlanta. They just happen to
No,
live
no,
there.
but you know, people give the
Oh,
excuse
yeah,
that they're
yeah.
in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, they got no, nigga. We not from Atlanta. My boy is from North Carolina.
Hold on. First off, I'm from the 704. That's a fact. But I'm also a part of this city. Like I grew up.
What part
in
of
this
South
city.
Carolina is that?
First off, 704. Okay, don't you ever disrespect that motherfucking
I'm
city.
from St.
Shout out
Louis.
to the baby.
I'm from which has the highest kill capital kills per capita, and I got family there that's still succeeding. Black men there still succeeding, and if my homie come down, he gonna be on the podcast and show y'all what the successes look like. Bro, we are so diverse, and y'all motherfuckers is gonna see all of this shit.
All this shit, man.
All this shit.
Look, we gonna show the side of black men that this ain't for no TV shit. This ain't no pop entertainment gossip shit. This ain't no goddamn we too good boys network type. We showing you the real raw of various different dynamics of being a fucking black man in this country. What it look like in different shades, colors, and heights.
Hey, and it's all out of love. That's the reality.
Always, baby.
It's all out of love,
All
and don't
over
think.
cigars.
Just stop looking at me and Miko, and stop looking at men like me and Miko as if we are a rare bunch.
The anomaly.
It's a
Now
shit.
we are exceptions to a lot of the rules, and we understand that. But that's why we bring on so many different black men to show that I'm an exception to rule in one area of my life. I'm still not the exception to the rule in different areas of my life. I'm still a part of the main collective. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I'm gonna stop. We gonna stop this here. I love this shit.
What?
I think this shit.
Oh, you about to end it?
This shit gonna hit, bro.
This shit gonna hit.
This shit gonna
Are you
hit, bro.
still recording?
Yeah, hell
Oh,
yeah.
all right, yeah.
No, I'm saying we wrapping up though.
Oh yeah, we definitely.
And I wanted to tell you, I'm looking at you on screen and I'm looking at you. I like that shirt.
You know what I'm saying?
You be coming on with some goofy ass shirts and shit.
Hey, bro, you know what I'm saying?
And we gotta get a
Right.
fan in this bitch because I'm a little hot and I can't be hat
You got on
fishing.
a thick-ass
It was
fucking-
cold when I walked in.
It
Shit.
was chilly outside.
Shit.
But it wasn't gonna be chilly inside. That's why I left my jacket in the car.
See, fuck all that.
Yeah, bro. I think as this podcast goes on, I think we're gonna continue to grow. I think we're gonna continue to show the world who we are through our different personalities, and they see how we collaborate, and they're gonna see again the dichotomy of different black men in a very healthy way. That's not bullshit. That's real. That's raw, and that's most importantly helpful because the black men we try to have on not only are really good at what they do, we make sure they come on and give fucking tangible advice on how you can get through problems you have that they themselves can walk you through.
And guess what? We're gonna have some young black men on, cause we are in 30s, right? We hitting middle age. We old
That's
heads.
about Episode 20.
You know what I'm saying?
Heads? Damn,
We old heads to some young boys.
At 30?
So what we gonna do is we gonna have some young ones on, and they can give us an honest critique of what they feel black men need to do,
Facts.
and how they see life differently.
Big facts. So,
So-
if you got a teenage boy, let him watch these shows. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he growing up in a house ain't no black man. Shit, we can be the black man that he fuck with. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
and guess what? We accessible.
Facts.
We
He can always-
accessible.
He can always DM me. Like
If
I
you don't
said, DM Mark,
if you don't want
follow us.
your boys around smoke, we can hold off on the episode.
Yeah.
On one episode.
Just one.
One
goddamn.
episode.
You're
You
getting
can't.
only
You can't. Yeah. Listen.
You
Respect
don't
your.
run this motherfucker.
Respect your elders.
Exactly. You know
right.
what I'm saying? I grew up around smoke. What makes you think you about to be different, bro?
He probably smoking anyway. Skipping school. But what you got to do? Well, we got. Y'all hit us up, man. And we want a lot of feedback. We want a lot of engagement so that we can know, hey, we in the right direction or we not. What else can we do to grow and make this better for the people that we hope to really reach?
Right. And we also do appreciate the engagement we getting so far.
Hey, yes.
We both been getting random good feedback.
Hey, shout out! I'm at a pizza spot, a hippie pizza spot in the city, and I see somebody I know. You never know who watching. And he first thing he say, "Hey man, how the podcast going?"
Hey,
I was like, "Wait a minute, bro. You watching? You ain't, at least give me a click, like, subscribe. You know how it go." But
hey, we going, man.
But the thing is, you never know. And this is only episode. Well, this gonna be
gonna be 21.
21. We on episode 21, and that quality done got better. The information we giving got better. The guests gonna get better and better and more entertaining and more, and we gonna have our people back on. We gonna have Melvin back on. Yeah, Uncle Mel.
Big Easy.
Right.
We gotta have Big Easy.
And
Big Easy's an actor now.
Oh yeah.
I seen this screenshot. I was like, look at this motherfucker. He look good though. Ain't he
Tyler Perry hit him up.
you know
what I'm saying?
He kind of do favor Tyler.
He look like he could be somebody's dad in a
movie,
hey,
a sitcom or something.
Yeah, he
like
could
that.
be that strong black. Ooh,
man,
Uncle Mel, OG.
Yeah, Big Easy, man. Shout out to Big Easy, man. We gotta have Big Easy on. Who else you think we should also have on?
Oh, we gonna have a lot of people on, bro. I got some stuff in the works that I got a call when we was on the podcast. So
man, who if you would say a big person we should aim to get on eventually.
I want a motherfucker that really gonna drop some shit.
I want Steve Harvey on, bro.
Okay.
We can get Steve Harvey on this motherfucker, bro. That
in the basement. You know, he gotta invite us to his studio.
Nah, he gotta come down here, bro.
Oh, he gotta come down here.
He gotta share a stogie with us, bro. Steve Harvey, if you listening, you know what I'm saying? Somebody show, come down here, have a stogie with us, bro.
And don't listen to none of that shit Miko was talking about you, cause I got a lot of respect for you, Steve.
I got a lot of respect for
I
you.
won't say it on. He from the hometown.
Who?
Say it, the entertainer.
Okay.
No, he from the hometown. I won't say it.
Man, hold on. What y'all say about Starvey? I said
I was just fucking around.
I was about to say, hey,
I was just fucking around.
Mr. Harvey.
You
know what I'm saying? Come through, man. If you want to bring your older daughter, you know what I'm saying? That's cool too. But we'd love to have you on.
Hey, man. But again, man, just humanize black man. We appreciate y'all.
Facebook,
hell yeah.
Instagram, YouTube.
Black Men and Cigars podcast. Look us up. Shout us out. BenSocial.distancing. Who are you?
Fearless Black Men on IG.
Hell yeah. So holla at us, man. We gonna be around.
Yo.
And y'all just stick around.